I'm gonna sit on the right.
Next to you.
I'll sit on the other side.
Okay.
We have to push you up.
Oh, you got this. Right up top.
All right.
Actually run and jump back into the vehicle too as well. After all, I'm not going to imperil here the rest of the other here human beings that did also here follow and heed also these directions too as well here on this once again here 48-hour Jurassic Adventure Tour. Glad you also appreciate my deadpan humor here, folks. After all, it gets actually much worse too as well from here on in. So with that being said too as well here, folks, please hang on to all hats, your glasses, your phones, or any other personal objects. If they happen to actually fall off this vehicle, once again, you three consoles directly behind me actually have the solemn responsibility by also knocking on the glass or also slapping on the roof. After all, I'm an alien veteran. I won't be able to screaming bloody murder all the way in the back of the vehicle. And if you're also being accosted by the carnivorous dinosaurs here, once again, on this 24-hour Jurassic Adventure Tour. Now, that being said, too, as well here, folks, English is not my first language. As a matter of fact, that actually happens to be my 15th. So, with that being said, lo siento, mi español es muy horrible. Entonces, en inglés, no hay que le Swahili, tú as well, por favor. Listo? Bueno, so with that being said too as well, as we actually step off here a couple minutes late, just as here the original here Mr. Samuel L. Jackson did say in the original Jurassic Park film, everyone hang on to your
Bus.
Awesome, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, remember you also do have children on board too as well, so we're going to actually refer to our BUTTS here today as our hats. So once again, everyone hang on to your hats. Here we go. Over here to our left here, folks, is the namesake of the property. That's actually here referred though in a level of Hawaii as a Mauna, Mauna being mountain, and that is also the namesake of the property as a whole for the 4,000 acre here property itself, as also here Mauna Kualoa. Now the tallest point over here at Mauna Kualoa is known as Kaneohalani, is a little over 1,900 feet above sea level, and which here is actually the tallest point directly over here to our far left there, folks. Now, the last reigning elite year chief that actually did preside over Oahu Kualoa here, folks, was a gentleman by the name of King Kamehameha III. He ended up actually selling this Oahu Kualoa back in 1850 to Dr. Garrett P. Judd and his family, in which the Judd, i.e. Morgan family, actually ended up here buying that 622 acres for $1,300 here, and end up also here building the structure over here to your right. The ruins that we see directly over here to our right here, folks, at one time was an operational sugar mill. This sugar mill only lasted here, also operationally speaking, for 8 years' time. After all, they found out that this area was not conducive for growing the likes of sugarcane. After all, they needed well over 90 inches of annual rainfall, as well as the simple fact that the soil was way too salty to allow the sugarcane crop to also thrive. So they actually rebranded themselves, and here in 1871 here as a working cattle ranch. Now we have this here bunker system here, folks. Alright, folks, so what it looks like I'm going to have to do here, apparently part of the island is still without power here, and apparently here this section of also here our property is out without power too as well. So I didn't actually receive that information. So what we're going to do here is this. If you folks actually don't have any flashlights here, I'm actually going to proceed through too as well with you. So once again, I'm actually going to move the vehicle actually a little more forward though, so I can actually walk through here with you folks too as well. If you folks actually want to here remain on the vehicle though here, folks, you're more than welcome to also do so. But once again here, just hang tight here for me, and collectively as we're about to actually allow you to actually make your way off the vehicle here in just a moment. Eventually I'll actually relocate the vehicle to the other side though here, folks. So once again, it's now safe to also remove those safety belts, not now, but right now here. This makes the tour actually much more fun. So you see that material right there in front of you, folks? Right at your feet? That's the material that the United States military actually used to actually create also the runway too as well on the property. All right, you ready to go? All right, here we go. If you happen to hear screaming go, folks, just start running back the opposite direction, okay? folks can actually start moving in front. I'm going to try to provide you light here as well as also those all the way back. Sorry, bugs. I'm afraid of bugs. Sorry, folks. Watch out for the snakes there, too. There's actually snakes in Hawaii, folks. Do you know that? Yeah, there's no snakes actually in Hawaii, folks. All right, here we go. Oh, there's a big bug. Watch out. Might actually eat your life. And as you actually walk out through the bunker, folks, just watch out for the pterodactyls now, okay? It's actually feeding season here on the property too, as well, for pterodactyls. Do you know about the pterodactyls? I'll let you go, sir. No? Depending on you're so serious. You guys going, sir? Okay? Awesome, okay. Watch out for Godzilla now. All right, here you go. You can make your way through, folks. Don't wait on me. There's actually light at the end of the tunnel. Wow, summer in helping it. Jesus. I lost it. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, let me hear it.
This is what we had in grade school. Yeah. And we were happy. You kids these days have it so easy. That one.
Yeah, typically that fence is also electrified, so it's good to know that power.
We grew up on a farm, we're used to it.
and go in the vehicle, by all means, once again, just watch your step. I'm going to go reposition the vehicle so it's actually on this side of also the wall for you folks. So once again, just be mindful of the traffic once again as you do actually make your way out here. After all, this bus is actually going to be pulling out the way too as well. So once again, just heads up.
See if it feels anything like the van. You kids back there say... Wow, that's a lot of slop.
Right, so families, as we did actually make our way through here, also Bunker Cooper, you could obviously see some of the movie posters as well as also television shows that were actually filmed extensively here on the property over the past here several decades, to include, oh my gosh, I see an oversight now. Hold on here for me, please, folks. I'll talk about that later, what I just did here, folks. After all, it's everyone's responsibility here on the property, as well as also here, not only Kamaina, but all visitors too as well. They actually help Kokua too as well here, and also here help Malama'aina too as well, which actually means we're actually caring of the land. After all, there are designated spots in which we can actually throw away our apala or trash too as well. After all, we don't want our cattle ingesting also this material, as well as also the endangered birds that also call Kualoa home. Now that being said here, folks, this year's actual filming set here location for here also one of Hollywood's here films are directly over here to our immediate left. We can actually see the movie poster sign itself. It's actually the filming location of the movie Triple Frontier here, folks. Now we're going to be talking more about also these other here filming locations, so just keep in mind here, folks, many of the sets themselves are actually not made out of concrete here, but we'll actually talk more about also some of the structures here that were actually related to also here the filming locations for many of the movies that you're going to see here today, folks. Now, that being said, though, here, folks, there's also another reason why also Hollywood does also remove here many of the materials too as well, once they're actually here also done filming here on the property as a whole. We'll talk more about that later on, and we'll also here include too as well how we also interact with Hollywood when they do come here to the property to ensure that they don't also here keep us here from also here more than 5 minutes from our tour here collectively. Now, we actually did make our way by here also Ahupu'akualoa into Ahupu'aka'ava. So Ka'ava actually does mean from Malala Hawaii into English as the brassed fish. And we actually here did make our way safely down into Ka'ava here about the tour, folks. As we actually do so here, I'd like to actually welcome you to what my colleagues and myself love to refer to as the iconic Jurassic Valley. Now, that being said here, folks, the area that you're actually going to see with your own eyes here today is more or less actually been preserved for the most part. After all, it actually hasn't changed that much for nearly 172 years, in which also the same here family, known as the Judd I.E. Morgan family, actually happens to be the 8th generation descendants of the original family that did also purchase the first Ahupua'a from King Kamehameha III, once again back in 1850 here, folks. This land itself was actually here also purchased by way of also here Joshua Ka'il, one of the other reigning elites too as well. Hearing is not as good as what it used to be. Remember, I'm also an alien veteran, so if you can actually give me a thumbs up too as well to let me know when the clips are also done too as well. That way I'm not standing here like the Statue of Liberty all day as well. Most of you folks actually want to watch all 6 movies right now.
I wouldn't mind.
You wouldn't mind? Do you bring actually the popcorn? I brought the mobile microwave here in the actual vehicle with us. Once again, messing around with you folks. After all, here this iconic scene once again here was also done by way of CGI too as well, in which also this was the here visitor center not only for the 2015 movie Jurassic World, but also the abandoned site too as well for Jurassic World here, Fallen Kingdom here, folks. So obviously, as we're actually seeing also the Hollywood movie site tour about to make its way through here, also gate number 8. Here we're also going to be able to put in perspective too as well this iconic film that actually did help put us on the map here back in 1992. Now with that being said, as we also do look back into the center portion of the valley floor itself, that is also the majestic here Mauna Oahu. It's also the tallest point here on the property. It's actually known from Malala Hawaii into English as when two waves meet or come together. You might recognize it because it was utilized here for the filming location of the 2018 film Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. It was the active here also here volcano on also Isla Nublar for that here 2018 film itself. Now with that being said, as we do actually make our way through the valley floor, pterodactyl! Oh, never mind folks, it's only a helicopter. Gotta actually clean also my glasses too as well here folks. We're gonna make our way here across the way too as well from this field and on the other side of this tree line too as well. So hopefully folks actually had the opportunity to also stretch out too as well, because this next dinosaur that we're about to meet here folks is normally also very angry too as well. Just as quickly as we actually feed her, she actually wants more. So remember, all I have to do is actually run faster than your tour guide here today. Once again, my name is Owen. However, though, if you don't like me as well as also this tour, my name is Mary too as well. So just give me a moment too as well to actually stretch out too as well. Forgot to actually stretch this moment too as well here today, folks. Here we go. Once again, hang on. All right, as soon as I have all eyes and all ears on me here, I'm actually going to go through this only once here for you folks, so that way we can also here make up here for also lost time. Now with that being said too as well here folks, I do my best too as well to improvise if anything actually does happen on the fly, as it also did catch me off guard with also the electricity still out here on this section of also here our property, as well as also here everything also down north too as well for the rest of the island. Now with that being said here folks, we're going to help you take 2 photographs here at this location, one with also here yourselves actually standing as one family unit too as well in front of the tree, as well as also next to the sign. And they're also going to do another photograph too as well here also with here my prop toy, courtesy of also Target here today. However, though, unfortunately she actually lost her voice too as well, so I don't actually have replacement batteries here for you folks. Sorry about that. So we're going to blame that on supply chain issues too as well. Now with that being said too as well folks, please avoid from actually standing in the here T-Rex P unless you actually want to befriend here at the T-Rex here today folks. So you're actually going to stand here right in front of the T as well. So who actually wants to actually take these pictures here first? Don't all be bashful, we don't have all day.
We'll do it.
All right, here we go here family. So this family is going to show you how it's done too as well. So you're going to go ahead and stand right there in front of the tree and also next to the sign here for me. And you can go ahead and actually stand right there in front too as well for me. Everyone also paying close attention to as well. Here we go. Alright folks, so here's you also activate here the glasses too as well. Keep your phones open, the airdrop too as well here for me. Here we go. So 3, 2, 1. Control delete. I don't have that technology. I need one of your phones. Thank you for appreciating my deadpan viewer once again. It's only going to get worse from here on in. Alright, here we go, beautiful family. So everyone looks in costume beautiful. Lovely. So 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Alright, here she comes from the panic of the tree line over there to your right. Don't move, but everyone looks scared. Here she comes. Here she is. Great acting there for me, family. There you go there. You're very welcome. Look at how real it does. Alright, how about you, family? You ready to go?
Can you give me this camera?
Here we go, family. Everyone ready to go. It's time to get nuts at the laboratory too as well here, folks. Here we go. Alright. So, here we go, beautiful family. So, everyone's standing. Caution, beautiful, lovely. So 3, 2, 1. All right, here she comes to the panic of the tree line over there to your right. Everyone looks scared. Here she comes. Here she is. Great acting there from your family.
You guys are going to take a picture. Thank you.
Very welcome. All right, here we go here. Next family, next victim. Thank you for your patience here, family. Here we go. Everyone looking caution, beautiful. Right, so 1, 2, 3, and 4 human beings. All right, here we go. Oh, wait, I can't see. All right, here we go, beautiful family. So, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. All right, here she comes. Through the here, also panic of the tree line over there to your right. Everyone looks scared. Here she comes. Here she is. Great energy there from your family. There you go, Jason. All right. Last but not least, thank you for your patience here, family too as well. Here we go. That's a local shirt, by the way. All right, here we go.
I got on that
So,
Yeah, I'm the one that gets eaten first.
everyone,
Yeah.
Okay.
posture, we go lovely here, family. Awesome. So here we are. 3, 2, 1. All right, here she comes to the panic of the tree line over there to your right. Everyone looks scared. Here she comes. Here she is. Ah! Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Got it there, free hits. Took a bunch there too as well for you consoles. And hand that back to you there, young sir.
It's a weapon.
Well, you actually do want it actually for evidence too as well, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you carry a baseball bat, carry a ball and glove too.
Tranquilizer darts are better.
That would be.
Even better than that though. A 500-pound bomb though.
Ooh.
I thought I felt the murmur. Tremor.
Probably.
Looking at the water around us to see if there was a reverberation.
I know it might be something I ate last night.
Actually, Dr. Ian Malcolm said that's right. That was a murmur, that was a tremoration right there on the ground. Yeah, that's what that was. Fairly alarmed here. Yeah. There you go. Fairly alarmed. I'm fairly alarmed with myself right now. After all, I can't believe they allowed me to go out and tour. After all, I had 79 drinks of Guinness before I actually took you out here today. I'm trying to actually keep it on the gravel.
Oh, good.
as well for you folks. Right across away from the tree line, we can also see a couple of vehicles that look like they're suspended in midair. Now, you might have been able to see them earlier too as well, as long as you didn't have a red-green deficiency yourselves here collectively here, folks. Now, really quickly here, those here vehicles that are actually utilized in the filming location of the movie here, Mike and Davey Wedding Dates, starring Mrs. Anna Kendrick, as well as Mr. Zac Efron and Miss Audrey Plaza too as well. Oh, wow. I've never seen this view before. Even though I've actually been here a million times. All right, here we go, folks. Now, as you can actually see here, folks, the structure is... Anyone actually want to go in front of me? No? Okay, here we go. So obviously the structure looks a little different from what you recall seeing in the movie. That is because here we've actually installed this railing system for your safety, so please don't lean on it once again though here, folks. After all, there's some dry rot that is also associated to this here structure right now. So here, one of also the many things our here maintenance department actually does too as well to actually ensure that they also here maintain safety is also here too as well. Here we're repacking also the gravel roads that we're actually on too as well collectively. Now, once again, that's actually here a slippery slope too as well, as we're also here battling also Mother Nature. Now, that being said, here this structure itself here, folks, actually is different too as well from the simple fact that our company also here removed also that railing system that was actually mounted here by Hollywood, in which this here railing system actually ran from one side of the structure over here to my left, all the way over here to my immediate right, or your left and actually my right over here. Now, with that being said here, folks, that here track system was actually embedded here 2.5 feet below my feet where I'm standing at right now. So this was the only location in which this track was also here managed to as well by also an engineer here, also driven by also this engineer from Hollywood. So he's actually standing off camera, in which he actually did manipulate also this one and only gyrosphere machine. It was actually primarily made out of steel, as well as also a little plexiglass too as well that you actually see above your heads right now here on also this track system. Now, the other gyrosphere machines were also made out of acrylic as well as also aluminum, but the actors did not do any acting in them. They're actually here built right down there on also here and assembled here, right there on the pathway over here to my immediate right or your left. Now, this area right over here to your immediate left here, folks, where you're actually standing here on this side or my right, this here is actually where the cute girls are actually standing here. And right about where you are here, family, this is where the two brothers are actually standing to as well, waiting patiently to as well to actually get their way on also to the gyroscope machine themselves. They're actually the last ones too as well. And right about where you are here, also here, family, this is also where that here young gentleman that actually looks like he's actually appreciating his job. After all, he's actually telling everyone in a deadpan here tone to as well, and monosyllabic tone to as well. Enjoy your ride. Enjoy your ride. Enjoy your ride. Just match. He's going to receive a call, though, in just a moment here from the control room, which is directly behind me, in the valley floor. He has no idea, though, that the Indominus Rex is actually broken containment from the other side of also here Jurassic World, which is actually set on a property on the other side, though, we're actually going to see here later on here today towards the end of our tour. So here we go. Pay close attention.
Hello?
Seriously?
Seriously?
Turns back to the crowd and says these words.
Sorry folks, ride's closed. Everyone needs to proceed to the monorail and exit through the Come on guys, I just work here.
Yeah, if your tour guide Owen who actually said any of those words here today too as well, not only would I probably be picking up my pink slip, but also my last check from the company too as well. But who amongst us actually hasn't lost a professional bearing? I know I have more times than I can count, especially here, also being here. Also here, shot at by other human beings in Africa, as well as also in the also here, also in Afghanistan too as well. As you actually do take in the splendid beauty around you here, folks, has anyone actually been to Kauai besides myself? No one's been to Kauai?
No.
Okay, so something to look forward to too as well here for you consoles eventually when you do make your way to that island. After all, you're actually going to say to yourselves here too as well, after taking numerous pictures of this here valley floor too as well, along also on the tour, you'll eventually actually be able to look back and say, actually, remember that crazy tour guide that actually took us out of Kualoa, that crazy Irishman here, folks? Yeah, that gentleman right there, he actually did say that this land was actually very eerily similar to also the same topography of Kauai Island. So as you folks are actually going to see with your own eyes here today, putting into perspective here, folks, it's actually the waterways we do actually look out onto the Pacific Ocean is relatively tranquil here today. We might be lucky enough to actually see also these endangered whales also rising out of the water from also this vantage point too as well, in which these whales actually do come off the coast from also Canada as well as also Alaska to also give birth to also their young calves too as well here and also the serene waters around Hawaii. Now with that being said here, folks, typically we'll actually see them also rise out of the water, make actually such a grand entrance. By the time they actually here also do make their way back into the ocean, you're going to see a great wall or displacement of also water going in many different directions too as well, letting you know that you just happen to also see a whale range. Now if anyone does need any assistance here or also has any questions too as well, I'll do my best to also answer here anything about the native ecology, to include also the filming location for this year 2015 movie Jurassic World, or also here helping you take any pictures that you might like to as well from this vantage point in the corner right over here to our immediate right here, folks, before we also make our way back to the vehicle. So that being said, I'll be charging you though with your 2 cents for the rest of your photographs from here on. Anyone have a nickel? Nickel? Any pennies? No pennies? No? No? No pennies? Okay. All right, after all, you're already providing me your 2 cents too as well today, folks, after all, just by being here. So with that being said, no one actually needs assistance here with photographs? Could someone actually take a picture of me with also the company iPad? This is my first time out here. Glad you're still laughing.
Got it on video.
You got it on video right now?
Yeah.
Lovely. Keep that rolling right now too as well, sir. All right, here we go here, beautiful family. Okay. Dinosaurs are generally grazing over here to the left. Where are they? Where are they? Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, we're just as scared as I was. I never know where these dinosaurs are located to as well. So you can only go about 15 feet inside this structure before you end up hitting that facade of the wall. It was actually created back in, once again, 2017 here on the property. Now, does anyone actually need CPR back there? No? Now, as we do rotate the vehicle though here, folks, it's going to be on the right-hand side as we do actually make our way down the slope. I'm going to let you know at one time we did allow guests to as well to actually make their way here off the vehicle here. When this here also tour first started nearly 3 years ago, we allowed guests to actually make their way off here at this structure. However, though, the tour guide that day that actually first started off this tour ended ended up actually telling the guests not to make their way out here to the fake lava field. That here lava field itself is all primarily made out of here styrofoam. So that being said here, folks, some guests were actually hurt because they did not heed the directions of the tour guide that day. No longer allow here guests to actually make their way out here to this location any longer. Now we're going to pause here just for a moment so you can actually appreciate here also this approach.
And Haley's somewhere back there on that run. I need actually 5 volunteers right now. Who's with me? I'm going to go ahead and drop the here actual ladder once again. All right, so you 5 can go and look for the inhaler. I'll come back and pick you up here later. You ready? I'll come back with pints of Guinness for you. Sound like a plan? All right, once again, messing around with you. See that structure there over there to the right? Ooh, I meant to say actually 60 seconds down the road here, folks. It's actually all made out of wood, as well as also styrofoam on the outside. The only concrete that you're actually going to see, though, is at the base of the structure itself. And then also the antenna mast itself is actually built halfway up. It's actually made out of here steel. So as we do make our way down slope, should we actually scare the tour group here behind us?
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Dinosaur! 6 o'clock! Run! Run!
Way by this structure here, folks, in which also the UTV tour allows their guests to actually make their way off their vehicles. Now, don't despair here, folks. You're going to have the opportunity to actually take pictures with another structure and also other dinosaurs here on this tour. So once again, just hang tight for me. Get those cameras ready too, as well as we do make our way around the structure itself that was built back in 2017 here on the property for the 2018 film Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Suate jatuh. Building that new concrete. Yeah. Wood frame and then they put a styrofoam. Yeah. That's cheap. That's cool.
Step your families too as well. I'll actually be sharing with you too as well. If you actually want to come back up here on the hillside here with me, I'll actually show you the dichotomy in which that iconic scene was actually shot right here behind also this truck here, folks, in which Miss Bryce Dallas Howard actually just talked about here from this here filming location, here in which Mr. Owen here himself does run down this hillside in a seeking shelter right here behind us here, folks. This here fallen tree. So, for those of you folks that actually want to see this scene here, I'll actually share it with you right now before you also make your way back onto the vehicle. That way you also get to see this here dichotomy as a whole.
Framework for understanding of all the structures as we also make our way by them right now. Now these are the 3 hale over here to our immediate right. They're actually referred to as cow hale. Actually do actually have a different architectural design to as well to that. But once again, if you're on this other tour, you'd actually learn more extensively about that here as a whole. Now, as we do actually make our way around the corner here, this here is from the 2017 movie here, starring the admirable Samuel Jackson, as well as Brie Larson, Tom Hiddleston, John Goodman, and John C. Reilly. This here's the filming location, one of several that are here on Skull Island. Now, once again, Hollywood did utilize the likes of log dispensing machines that were actually placed on this hillside directly behind and up above too as well. Also, these bones that we happen to see right here in front of us here, folks. Now, with that being said, as we're about to actually make our way by this filming location here, folks, we're actually going to pause just for a moment, so hopefully you folks can also put into context here what is also missing After all, it's quite rare that we actually do encounter too as well the likeness of fog too as well, being so close to also the sea. Well, he's actually on the other side here, so I don't think we're going to be able to feed him. Now, with that being said though, yeah, who in the right mind would actually feed an animal gummy worms? No would, Owen would. Noah loves that joke here, ladies and gentlemen, my girlfriend. After all, she's the on-call here veterinarian herself. Actually does also take care of also the likeness of here, also Dakota, as well as also the other members of our livestock community too as well. After all, we're still a working cattle ranch here on the island of Oahu as well. Have been for nearly 172 years ourselves here collectively. As you do make our way by Dakota though here, folks, we're also making our way by some other things. These animals are actually highly disruptive here for the ecosystem here in like see if actually anything that would actually join us. Hey guys, which one of you is paid? I'll take you home with us. Come back.
Beauties.
Alright folks, as we do make our way by them here, and yeah, they're so cute when they're small, although they do a great deal of also that treatment facility in which they're also feeding that great white shark at the very beginning of the film too as well. Now, as you're going to see this photographic still too as well here folks, you're also going to see Mr. Owen Grady also standing up next to his motorbike, that is which he's also here approached by Mrs. Claire Deering too as well, in which he actually has some questions about. Now, I'm going to help you actually take pictures here also in front of the iconic here wall. This is not the original wall itself, that is because people have also been relentlessly picking at it, so please refrain from picking at it here folks. After all, our maintenance department is actually here done maintenance on this wall more times than they can actually officially count on to as well. So please do not actually take home any souvenirs. We're going to just help you take pictures though in front of this here wall before we allow you folks to actually make your way up into the second story of the control room too as well for the Dominus Rex paddock.
You think John's being serious or is he full of shit?
No, he's serious.
Oh. You never know what he's gonna do.
Sir, can I actually ask for your assistance right now? Alright, do you mind actually standing here for the next 20 minutes? Here, I need you to come over here.
Okay.
Alright, if you could just stand right here and put all your might into the steel beam right here, I'd greatly appreciate it. Do you mind?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Don't mind standing there for the next 20 minutes? You fine? Okay, awesome.
He gets paid by the hour.
It's paid by the hour?
Yeah.
Don't worry, it'll come out of my paycheck.
Perfect.
Don't worry, remember, I am that extension veterinarian myself.
I'll talk to the union rep and
Alright, you want to actually come and take this photograph right here in front of the wall though, sir? Yeah, won't stand messing around with you. Yeah, I thought it was actually about to fall over. That's why I was actually standing there myself. So, and how about the rest of the family? Also join also this young here, also gentleman too as well. Here we go. Here we go. So
Hooray, we're helping.
From both of the wall. If you folks want to look up collectively up at it, I'll actually take a multitude of photographs here for you folks. Al's also going to do too as well. Photographs just like here from the also.
what are we looking at?
We're looking at one.
Oh.
And then if you also want to face back this general direction too as well. All right, here she comes over here to right. Everyone looks scared. Here she comes. Here she is. Awesome acting there from the family. There you go there, young sir, too, as well.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And who's next? Who wants to go next here?
Okay.
So keep your hands off of it.
Just don't touch it. Zoom in more. See if you can't get his scale follicles.
I can't zoom in. Not that far anyway.
Go ahead and put your arm in there like that. Getting eaten off.
Oh, remember this scene here? From Owl Kitty?
Oh yeah. That was here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was here. Yeah, because there's. Those are the Jurassic